The loose cedar slat was the clue, even with the gate standing open beside it. The cattle dog pressed one steady paw there and waited outside quietly. The neighbor thought the answer was simple. If he wanted the yard, the open gate gave him a clean way in. He stayed outside anyway, calmly waiting. They tested another board. Nothing changed. The dog ignored the normal slats, turned back, and set his paw lower on the exact same cedar piece again. So the neighbor checked the obvious space, the yard side, the open gate, and the fence from standing height. Each time, the dog corrected them lower. At the bottom of that one slat, a thin curved shadow showed for a second. It was small enough to miss, but not random after all. The next walk ended the same way. Same sidewalk, same fence, same slat. This time, even the walker slowed before the dog stopped there again too. The neighbor treated it like a loose board problem and marked the middle for repair. The dog touched below the mark, close to the bottom gap instead again. Then the gate opened wide again. The dog looked at it, turned away, and went back to the slat, making the easy answer feel weaker to them today now. From the sidewalk, the gap looked ordinary. From the dog's height, that little curve appeared, disappeared, and came back beside his paw, low near the wood again. The phone light almost helped. It caught the cedar edge, caught the curve, then lost it again when the angle moved too high once more. The hinge became the last practical guess. The neighbor checked it, the gate moved, and the dog kept attention on the same board instead that day. That changed the search. The neighbor stopped managing the gate and crouched at the lower slat gap, where the dog had kept placing his paw that afternoon too. The open gate got one clean final test. The leash stayed loose. The dog stepped toward the opening, stopped, and returned to the slat without crossing inside at all. Now the board was not a fence problem. The neighbor traced the paw spot to the lifted bottom edge and ignored the higher repair mark again. The dog stopped tapping. He moved his paw aside and left the gap visible, while the humans held still at the fence line without touching. The repair had to wait. The neighbor set the supplies down, kept the board untouched, and looked only at the narrow space below the slat before repairing anything. When they matched the dog's low angle, the old shadow sharpened. It was still partly hidden, but no longer just a mark for everyone watching now. One near miss remained. The neighbor checked the gate hinge first. The dog gave one soft tap, and attention came back to the slat one more time. That first image changed meaning. The paw had covered the only slat with the curved shadow, while the nearby boards never had one from that first frame at all. The neighbor steadied the cedar edge and moved it just enough. A small collar tag loop appeared behind the slat, with no readable text, safe and plain there. The loop came free, and the lower gap sat empty. The dog watched quietly, not excited, just settled beside the fence with no tap at all. On the next walk, the slat was repaired, the tag was returned.